the upcoming UK elections. The positives are he has brought inflation under control. He has tamed inflation. So they call it House of Commons. It is equivalent of Lok Sabha. So whoever is going to win, get a majority there, that party's prime ministerial candidate will become the prime minister. Mr. Rishi Sunak is the prime minister. Will he continue as the prime minister? Means will he be the next prime minister or anyone else? Actually, he could have held elections up to December. It is valid. However, he has called for the elections in July 4 itself. So by July 5, result will be out. So what is going to happen? Hi everyone, let us declutter in this video the upcoming UK elections. The UK is going to have its parliament elections on July 4th, just 20 days ahead. So they call it House of Commons. It is equivalent of Lok Sabha. So whoever is going to win, get a majority there, that party's prime ministerial candidate will become the prime minister. As of now, the Conservative Party is ruling UK. Their head, Mr. Rishi Sunak, is the Prime Minister. Will he continue as the Prime Minister? Means will he be the next Prime Minister or anyone else? Let us see in this video. Now, if you see UK from 2010, United Kingdom is having Conservative Party as the ruling party. So almost 3 elections. The last election held was 2019. In 2019 election, Mr. Rishi Sunak was not the prime ministerial candidate. It was Boris Johnson. He won with a great majority. However, he is not the prime minister now. The reason is during COVID time, he had some parties. So it leaked out. See how a prime minister, when he was imposing lockdowns everywhere, when there was social distancing norms everywhere, how he can hold party. So it became a party scandal. Partygate scandal they called. So after that, his popularity came down. Then within their own party, because as per the constitution 2019 to 2024 their party is the ruling party. So what they did is he stepped down as the prime minister. Miss Liz Truss, she became the prime minister from their own Conservative Party. However, she couldn't manage the economy properly. Within 49 days, she is the shortest Prime Minister of UK, you can call. So she resigned. Then Mr. Rishi Sunak became the Prime Minister because the Conservative Party is having a good majority in the UK's House of Commons. Now, 2024, actually he could have held elections up to December. It is valid. However, he has called for the elections in July 4 itself. So by July 5, result will be out. So what is going to happen? Now, first of all, what are the positives for Mr. Rishi Sunak? The positives are he has brought inflation under control. He has tamed inflation. Another important thing is Miss Liz Truss couldn't manage the economy. So all thought he will also not be able to manage because UK was in continuous problem. So he is also going to lose his prime ministership. However, he could manage it and it is reasonably comfortable now. So these are the positives for him. What are the negatives for him? The negatives, the first and foremost negative is people say he cannot connect to the voters. They feel he is too elite type and trying to act. So that he is not able to connect to the voters. That is the core thing. One more thing is unemployment. Unemployment is highest now. In countries like UK, USA and all, people vote based on unemployment. If unemployment is high, they'll vote them out of power. So that is the second negative against him. The third is his Rwanda policy, his immigration policy. Basically, his core voters, the Conservative Party voters, they vote if immigration is reduced. So they promise, the Conservative Party promised that immigration will come down, especially that illegal immigration. So he worked out some Rwanda policy where people who are coming as illegal immigrants to UK, they'll be sent to Rwanda. So he made an agreement and UK will pay Rwanda. However, they've spent millions of pounds. Till now, only one person has been sent to Rwanda. And he is telling that, no, all others, from July it will start. But by that time, elections will be held. So that is one more negative. Coming to the opposition party, the Labour Party. Now, that is a left-wing party, whereas Conservative Party is a right-wing party. So, Labour Party's leader is Mr. Keir Starmer. What are the positives for Labour Party? First of all, they are not in power from 2010 to 2024. So, 14 years. So, people may give them a chance. So, because people may want a change, that anti-incumbency may work against Conservative Party, which is a positive thing for Labour Party. The second positive thing is, Mr. Keir Starmer, what he has done is, usually left-wing parties will increase the tax, whereas right-wing parties will reduce the tax, especially for corporates and all. So recently, Mr. Rishi Sunak, what he was telling is, see, if you vote for Labour Party, each one of you will have to pay increased tax, at least £2,000 per individual. That's what he told. Whereas Mr. Keir Starmer, what he told, no, we are not going to increase the taxes. We are going to maintain the same tax slab. Only place we can tax is the private schools. But using that tax money also, we are going to increase the teachers in government schools. So that way he has told. So it may work positive for him. Another important thing which can favor Labour Party is, in their manifesto, they have told that they'll recognize Palestine as an independent state, independent country. As of now, countries like UK, USA, Canada, Australia, they all don't recognize Palestine as an independent state. They are all pro-Israel. However, in the recent elections, in the local body elections, which was held in May, now the Labour Party is one of the voters. Support base is the Muslim population living in UK. However, in the recent Israel-Palestine issue, which is going on, now both parties, whether Conservative Party, which is ruling, or Labour Party, which is in opposition, both held views which are pro-Israel. So what happened in recent election is the voting percentage, voters turnout came down. They didn't come to the booth, especially the Muslim population, because they thought anyhow Labour Party is also the same thing. So why should we vote for them? Whereas Conservative Party, already it is pro-Israel. So that way the Labour Party's vote percentage came down. Even though they won, but still that percentage came down. So keeping that in mind, in their manifesto, now they have told, no, we'll recognize Palestine. So this way, it can work out positive, pull back their core voters, so that their voting percentage may increase. This is the positive thing. Now, what are the negatives which can work against Labour Party? Now, after Mr. Keir Starmer assumed as the leader of the Labour Party is generally left. Conservative Party is right. Whereas now he has started moving towards middle. Means he has told it will be pro-business, also pro-worker. See, the very name Labour itself, it should be pro-worker. However, he told pro-business and pro-worker. Recently, if you would have read in newspapers, 100 business leaders from UK, including the founder of Wikipedia, they all told, vote for Labour Party. Let us have a change. We are all going to support them. Now, business leaders supporting Labour Party. Now, you may say it is positive only. However, the core voters of Labour Party, like who are left-leaning union leaders, workers and all, they are dissatisfied. So, this may work against the Labour Party. Okay, these are the issues. Now, who's going to win? Who will be the next Prime Minister? Whether our Indian origin Mr. Rishi Sunak. Indian origin, also Pakistan origin, because at that during British India, his grandfather was in Pakistan. At that time, it is part of Pakistan was part of our country. So you can call him as Pakistani origin or also Indian origin. Another thing is he is the son-in-law of our Infosys founder, Mr. Narayana Murthy. So lot of connections are there between our country and UK. And it is good that if he is the Prime Minister, whether he is going to become the next Prime Minister or whether Keir Starmer will become the Prime Minister of UK. The results will be, elections are on 4th July, results will be on 5th July. In my view, definitely, it is going to be Mr. Keir Starmer. I feel Mr. Rishi Sunak will be defeated, means his Conservative Party will not get enough seats to form a government. Why? It is very simple. Lot of things are working against them. There is no positive connect between him and the voters. Overall, lot of unemployment is happening. And in the elections, recently held local body elections, Labour Party could win so many seats. So the trend is pro-Labour Party. Another thing we should have observed in the G7 meeting recently held in Italy. Usually when UK Prime Minister goes, now all countries, their leaders will want to have a bilateral meeting with them. However, if you have observed, USA, Canada, Japan, they all never held a formal bilateral meeting with Mr. Rishi Sunak. Why? Because they thought, why to waste time? Anyway, he's not going to be the Prime Minister. At least we can infer that way. Because in case if they were confident that he is going to be the next Prime Minister, then the continuity of the policy will happen. Same thing will continue. In that case, they would have held bilateral meetings. However, there was no formal bilateral meeting. So this also is a inference which is clearly saying that yes, in the upcoming elections, next Prime Minister of UK will not be Mr. Rishi Sunak, rather it will be Mr. Keir Starmer of Labour Party. Now, this is my view. I may be wrong or right. In fact, in 2020, when US elections were held, I made a video at that time. At that time, I told it is going to be Mr. Joe Biden, Mr. Trump will lose. At that time, all the opinion polls were in favor of Mr. Trump. However, I told no, he is going to lose, and it happened. Similarly, now I can confidently say the next Prime Minister will not be Mr. Rishi Sunak. What are your views? Who do you think will be the next Prime Minister of UK? Please leave it in the comments. And in case if you have some doubts, you can put it in the comment. I'll try to clarify. Thank you so much. From Israel Jebasingh, the Director of Officers IAS Academy.